Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Still drinking the Rise coffee in the mornings. And then I have some Ticino in the afternoon. I'm liking the chicory coffees. I would like them much better if the price was less, but it is what it is, so I don't plan on drinking it forever down the road. I plan on maybe drinking it every once in a while because it is expensive. The Ticino doesn't cost as much as the Rise coffee, but the Rise is a mushroom coffee too, so it's chicory and mushroom. And I recently got the Rise creamer, which has a probiotic in it, so that's what's in my cup this morning. So today's temperature is going to be 49 degrees, and it's not raining, and it's not terribly cloudy out there. It's overcast, let's put it that way. But we're supposed to start warming up a little bit this coming up week. And of course there is rain in the forecast, but a warm rain isn't so bad as a cold rain. So today I plan on staying home. I don't really need to go out and buy anything, but we'll see. We'll see how the day goes. So I have a couple of cooking projects that I want to finish up. I'm draining my yogurt. I like to turn my homemade yogurt into a Greek yogurt. And then I'll start eating more yogurt like every day for my stomach, and hopefully that'll help too. It is improving, but we're not there yet. So Monday I have a doctor's appointment to check things out, and I imagine she'll be ordering an endoscopy, so we'll see how long it takes to get that done. But the grass is really, really green out there from all the rain. It's loving it, but the people not so much. I don't think we're loving it so much. So it does take a little bit to get this all mixed in, but that's okay. It's kind of it's like a thicker coffee. It's almost like a latte or a hot cocoa kind of, can't say texture, consistency. That's the word I'm looking for. But it's richer than just plain coffee. But I have a lot of plain coffee that I'm looking forward to drinking down the road. And did you know, I just found this out, that decaf coffee actually has more acid than regular coffee? I mean, I've drank the decaf for years thinking that it was less acidic. So I guess if you want a less acidic coffee, you have to specifically buy that. Well, I'm going to also add some of my oat milk creamer to this because it just tastes better to me. You know, if you're going to eat and drink, you might as well eat and drink something you like. Otherwise, what is the point? But I thought with the probiotic creamer it might be good because it's a probiotic. So, okay. Gotta get this all incorporated here. That looks good. All right, so cheers. I hope everybody's going to have a good day today. I hope I'm going to have a good day today. Yeah, that's really tasty. And it's very creamy. So I'm draining my yogurt. I'll show you that in a minute how I do it, because I like to make it into a nice thick yogurt, and I made the yogurt yesterday from milk that was almost expired. So I figured there's no point to wasting that, and since I'm going to be eating more yogurt anyway, that's what I did. And I have to make some more soy milk or coconut milk, one or the other. I don't have either. Coconut milk is good for oatmeal and cereals because it has a sweet taste, but it wouldn't be good for like mashed potatoes or anything where you didn't want sweetness. So the soy milk is good for that. So yeah, I have little projects lined up all through the day. I kind of live in the moment and do what I feel like doing. I guess that's the best way to live, is live in the moment and not always have a million plans going around in your head. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So, all right, I will meet you over there at the budget book while I enjoy my coffee. All right, here I'm draining my yogurt, the homemade yogurt, and I have a sieve here with a coffee filter in it. And then this is all the liquid that's coming out of there. You can save the liquid and bake with it. I don't know if I'll do that or not, but that'll make a nice thick Greek yogurt. So making yogurt this morning, so easy to do. I make it in the Instant Pot. And all you do is milk and some yogurt, some old yogurt culture from your last batch or from a store-bought. I put about 1/4 cup in with the regular milk. You heat it up to almost boiling. Turn it off, let it cool off to between 108 and 110 degrees. Add your yogurt, and there you go, more yogurt. And you can keep doing that over and over and over again. All right. I have all these ingredients in my fridge that need to be used up. I have some Italian cheese. I have some Mexican blend cheese. The vegetables I cooked up the other day from a huge frozen bag. I have a little bit of sour cream. I have this this homemade, it's sort of like a ricotta type cheese that I made from Dollar Tree. 2% milk. I have a little tiny bit of cottage cheese left. I have some homemade yogurt that I just made up. Here's the rest of it. And I want to make a vegetable lasagna with an Alfredo kind of sauce and use these ingredients along with the cheese. So I don't know, I just randomly put things together. I have some lasagna noodles and I just want to make a very small little like 2-meal pan of it. So let me see what I can do with all this stuff. Well, in here I have the rest of the cottage cheese, the sour cream, and the homemade dip that I made. I'm going to go ahead and add some Parmesan cheese. And this is all just off the cuff. And then I'm also going to add, I'm going to mix that together, and I'm going to save a little bit to make some sauce. And then to the rest of it, I'm going to add the Italian style cheese, and that's from Aldi's. All these things need to be used up. So okay, I'm just going to go ahead and mix those up. I added some seasoning to this. I added some Italian seasoning. I added salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and now I'm adding the cheese, the shredded cheese. And that will be the cheese part of my lasagna, my veggie lasagna. And then over here I saved a little bit of the mixture, and I'm going to add some sort of milk to that and make a sauce out of it to pour over the top. So I'm going to mix this up, and then I'm going to start layering my veggies with the cheese and the lasagna noodles. Just using up. This is the container I'm going to use. It's just enough for like 2 meals. I sprayed some butter flavored cooking spray on there, and I actually put some of the veggie broth because originally I was going to make a soup out of this, but I had 2 of these containers, so I don't want to eat soup for 5 days in a row. So I ended up putting some of the veggie broth in with the cheese, and I'm going to blend this up to make it smooth, and that'll be my sauce to top off the veggie lasagna. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a layer of veggies on here. That's so nothing sticks. And this is just like a Normandy blend. So you want to put a good layer on there. And this is just something I cooked up from my freezer that I didn't want to go bad. So now I'm trying to use it up. So there we go. I'm going to break those up a little bit. That's garlic in there that I had dried. So I'll probably take that out of there. But then after that I'm going to put a layer of pasta, a layer of cheese, more veggies, until I fill it up. And that will be my leftover dinner from all things that I had left over in the fridge. So I'll be back when I get this all put together. Alright, so here's my vegetable lasagna Alfredo, or Alfredo lasagna. And I'm going to cover this with foil and bake it in the oven for, about 40 minutes, 45 minutes, till the pasta's done. And then about the last 10 minutes, I'm going to uncover it and put some more cheese blend on the top. And then this is my little thing of Alfredo sauce. I have to blend that up yet to make it smooth. And that'll be dinner for at least a couple nights. I'm going to mix up some crepes for tomorrow. They have to sit in the refrigerator. So I have all this whey now from the yogurt, and I'm going to go ahead and make some whey crepes. I've never done it before. So I have an egg, I have half a cup of whey, in here I have half a tablespoon of sugar, half a cup of flour, and then I need to melt a tablespoon of butter, and it's all going in my little blender, and then it'll be going in the fridge until tomorrow morning, and I'll make some crepes because I made all that cherry jam that I need to use up. So I'm really on a mission to use up the things that I have, that I've had in the freezer, the pantry, whatever, for a long time, and try and save some money on food so I can pay for my windows and get a new computer. So alright, I'm going to put this in the blender. It says to make it in a blender, and I will post the recipe following this video part. Here's the recipe for the crepes. I only made half of the recipe. Here's my finished veggie lasagna with veggie Alfredo sauce. So I ended up cooking it. I covered it with foil and cooked it in the oven for about an hour at 375. Then I took the foil off, covered it with cheese, added some oregano and rosemary to the top, and baked it for another 5 minutes at 375. So it looks great. I tasted it and it tastes really good. So it's a good way to use up everything that you have hanging around: sour cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, shredded cheese, whatever. You can mix and match. So it's a good way to use up those ingredients. Now the lasagna noodles, I did not par-cook them. They were just raw noodles. And I added a little bit of the veggie broth to make it a little bit more moist so that the noodles had something to absorb. And I think it turned out really good. So using up what I have, once again, well, here's tonight's dinner. That looks pretty good to me. Put some of the homemade Alfredo sauce on there. So I'm going to give this a little taste. Hopefully I don't burn my mouth. All right, here we go. Oh, that's very tasty. And I didn't waste any food. All right. Very cheesy. Thumbs up. All right, well, that was a busy day of cooking. So now I have enough meals. I don't have to cook for a few days. And I used up a lot of things out of my fridge. So I wanted to read a quote for today. And this sort of resonates with me. Maybe it resonates with you too. And the quote goes, "Do not confuse motion and progress. A rocking horse keeps moving but does not make any progress." Alfred A. Montepert. So there's a lot of days where I'm busy, and I feel like I don't get anywhere. Like one of my viewers said, her husband says she moves the deck chairs on the Titanic, which I thought was hilarious. I love that quote too. So, yeah, I have days like that where I'm busy and I move things from here to there and then there to there. And I don't feel like I've made any progress because nothing has changed except the location of whatever it is I'm moving around. So do any of you feel that way sometimes? That you just don't make any progress? And at the end of the day of doing that, you're exhausted. So I have to do better. It's something that I need to work on, to actually make some progress in what it is I'm doing. So anyway, today actually is turning out to be a fairly decent day. It's warmer than it's been, and it's not wet, and it's not rainy, so that's good. And I'm really happy that today I did make progress. I made progress on making meals, and I made progress on getting some of the things that have been in my fridge made into something edible. So I'm happy that I made progress today. So I have to think about these things as I work my way through the day and ask myself as I'm going along, am I making progress or am I just moving the deck chairs on the Titanic again? So I think that's a good question. So I'm getting my kitchen cleaned up. It's taken me days after I went shopping, and I didn't even buy that much. And I still have some stuff here that I need to get a container for and put in my food stash. It's cranberries and dates. I want to leave them in the packaged. Oh boy, there she goes again. And that was my neighbor walking his two Yorkies. That's what they are. One of the Yorkies, I don't know, I think it must have been a rescue because it has the funniest little bark. It sounds like the dog was debarked, and sometimes breeders, backyard breeders, will do that to their dogs, and I think it's cruel to do, but when they have the window open, the dog barks a lot, and I think that's what happened to the poor thing. And I think she told me that one of the dogs is a rescue. Cute little things, but yeah, that one's a barker too, but still, I can't see justifying doing that to a dog because they still bark. They just sound really weird when they do bark. So, what was I talking about? I don't know. Moving things around, I guess. So, like I said, I do feel like I made progress today. Still working on using up what I have, and I am making space in some of my cupboards. I still need to get rid of some storage containers, food storage containers, because I tend to use the same ones over and over. So having a plethora of those just doesn't even make sense. And since I don't have enough room in the freezer to put, 2 weeks worth of meals anyway, that's why I make smaller portions so that I don't have to shove them in my freezer, where they won't fit anyway. So all in all, it's been a really nice, peaceful day. I enjoy the weekends when everything's kind of quiet. And I'm still looking into what computer I want to buy. So I've narrowed it down to 2. And they both do the same function pretty much, but one has more RAM memory than the other. So I haven't hit the buy button yet. So I will. And I'm going to use my tax refund to buy it. So anyway, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.